Good morning. Hold on. Let's do this again. Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat where you hang out with me and my sewing journey, and I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. They say it's my birthday. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Gonna have a good time. Dun-dun-dun. Little chair dance there. I'm starting over here this morning. Hey, do we have birthday cake in the virtual kitchen? Y'all go on over there and get some. Okay. It can be your favorite flavor since it's a virtual kitchen. That'd be awesome. I don't look a day over 60. Oh my gosh. Yeah, of course you do have cake in the kitchen. That's great, you guys. Oh, it's your daughter's birthday too, Sylvia. Well, wish her a happy birthday from me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we're all talking about cake flavors. I am a particular fan of white cake, like wedding cake. Always have been. Always have been. Yeah. So I was due on the 12th and rolled in on the 14th. So as usual, I'm late. Thank you, Kathleen, for your birthday sticker. That's very thoughtful. I appreciate that. I'll buy some fabric because I smell fabric, right? Remember that? We had this conversation. This is from Hocus Pocus. Hit the thumbs up button, you guys. Thank you, Glory, for my mug. So today I'm starting over here because I worked on this design earlier this week, and I did it on the load of Embrilliance that's on my Windows PC, which is where I'm sitting right now, versus over on my MacBook. So that is the thing I love about Embrilliance embroidery software. You can install it on as many machines as you want for your lifetime. Okay, so it's really, really nice. They're not licensing restrictive. So this is what I'm going to work on today. And it's a pattern from the My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, which is up in Logan, Utah. And that shop is owned by the sister of Kim from Kimberbell. Okay. Well, thank you, Helen. That's very thoughtful. Thank you, you guys. You're so sweet. So this is hot cocoa bar, and the kit comes with fabric to put it around the side. So you have an inner border and an outer border. The inner border is the black. That's a 1 inch, and the outer border a little bit bigger. I think that's what it said. So this is what I'm going to make. Now I'm going to snapplique this, and snapplique means that Frito, she followed Daddy out the door. He probably took her to the grocery store. Thank you, Lindsay. That's very thoughtful, you guys. You guys don't have to do that. I'm very, very appreciative. Thank you. So, yeah, he took her. Well, he had to run to HEB to go get a birthday card. And I said, come back with a piece of cake. So, all right. So when I see something like this that has these little pieces, let me show you this page. When I see something like this that has these little pieces, especially like this guy right here, those little pieces. How about those snowflakes? Anybody want to stitch those on with a domestic machine? No, thank you. Right? So that is why I wanted to snapplique this. And to snapplique means that I scanned in the paper, or I scanned in the pattern and then convert that into a machine embroidery design. Okay. That's it in a nutshell. All right. So there's a couple of different things here. Thank you, Sylvia. You're so sweet. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you too. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, she's like, I'm late. Are Kimberbell designs copyrighted that you can't sell them? Pamela, I believe so. You cannot sell. Well, I think that you can. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. I think so. You can't resell the raw files, right? But if you make like a bunch of mom, dad, dog mug rugs, there's no reason you can't sell those at a craft fair. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into all that. Okay. So there's two different ways you could do this. This kit comes with pre-cut applique pieces. So they have heat and bond on the back or hot fix adhesive or something to that effect. Okay. And my margarita's coming, Vicky. Yes. Birthday margarita. Woo. Oh, memories of El Campo. All right. So if you have the kit, you can put these on a scanning mat, and I'll do a demo of that over there at the machine when we get over there. Okay, you can do that. Hi, Melanie, my neighbor in San Antonio. Glad you're here. So, all right. So you can scan in the individual pieces. I will let you know the individual piece scans are not the same size as the paper pattern. Now on the paper pattern, you can either scan in this page or you can scan in this page. So this is reversed and this is straight up. All right. But the pieces in the kit are not the same size. Why does that matter? It matters because if you're going to scan in the paper pattern as a background design to follow. Oh, I wanted to grab the H, and there it is. Must be my lucky day. Ta-da. But I just want to show y'all. I don't know why these are smaller. Doesn't make any sense to me. Oh. Is that right? I had it upside down. JC, thank you, darling. That's so sweet. Y'all are so nice. Okay. I'm going to put this right at the top of it. It's real close. Thank you, Donna. You're awful sweet, babe. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. So see how these are, it's not as, I'll hold it up. It's almost the same size, not quite. Okay. Thank you all for your birthday wishes. That's very sweet. Thank you. Okay. Not a big deal. It still comes out just as cute. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. I'm going to be able to get lots of fabric. I know. All kinds of things. I got to pay for that. All those bolts of Heat and Bond Light and SF101 I bought, right? So we have a new person. Is Sandy new? Welcome, Sandy. Thank you for joining us. We love new people here in the Stitchuation room. Okay. So I always tell you guys to test. And after I pulled the design into the Brother Scan and Cut, I played around with it a little bit. I will recommend, if you're making this, the mug and thank you, Maureen. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Aw, Shelly, thank you. You guys are so nice. Thank you so much. The mug and the peppermint stick. I would recommend tracing those around on some paper. I'm right here, Frito. Hello. I got to stop and get Frito her biscuits, y'all. Y'all are looking at my trash can and my scrap basket. Hold on a second. Move, dog. If you want your biscuits, you have to get out of the way. Yeah. Oh, watch the land table, my friend. You want your biscuit? Well, yes, he wants her biscuit as a day biscuit. Good girl. See how she sits? She's so good. Yeah, you're so good. Oh, you got two at one time? Well, I'm going to let you finish that one then. Yeah. People saying good morning, Frito. You have to sit. Yeah, girl. Good girl. Oh, sweet baby. Okay. My life. Okay. Time for your Dave biscuit. That's right. So I did try to, I'm going through all the grief for you guys because I spent a considerable amount of time trying to get this scanned in properly. I even made a copy of the fabric pieces themselves. I know Dave says my day is now complete. You're welcome, my friend. So I did try, so I put these two pieces on the copier and I made a copy of them and I scanned this in. And on the peppermint stick, this is if you have the applique pieces pre-cut. Some of you bought the kit. I know you did. So I even went so far as to draw a line around the outside of the peppermint stick because the white on white, it just looked like a bunch of little black and white little lines, blocks, because it didn't have an outline. Okay. Luann, thank you, darling. You're so sweet. Y'all are so nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So what I did was I just took the pieces and just created the outline like that. Now you're going to have to do an inside outside save on this one so that you can get the handle of the mug correctly. Okay. So I'm going to go into Canvas and show you what I kind of did with it. This is me scanning these pieces into the Brother Scan and Cut. All right. I'll show you what all happened. Let me pull up the Scan and Cut and get in there. The Brother Canvas and get in there. Okay. I need to do some work here on this browser window of mine. I've got more than my share of little windows open. All right. Y'all wander. It's my birthday. Wander into the kitchen and get some birthday cake. Whatever flavor you want is in there. Yes, you can use metallic thread. I would recommend King Star. And there's margaritas in a little bit. They're chilling right now. Okay. We've got a margarita machine in there. Do your thumbs up. Yes, Flo, you're right. Let's see. Dave, my stupid been all over it. Well, Yeehaw Junction, where's that? All right. Oh, there's ice cream too. Thanks, Pam. All righty, you guys. So let me go to present and share screen. This is Brothers Canvas Workspace, the online version. There are two different versions of Canvas Workspace. Okay. There's an online version, which is what I'm doing. I have to click on my browser like Edge or Chrome or Safari in order to get there. And then there's a download version. And that download version, you can go onto your desktop on your screen and tap one of the icons and it'll pop open. That's the one you download. Okay. And I'm using the one that you go out on the internet to go get. Okay. What's that black thing hanging below my long arm? That is a hammock from Handy Quilter. It holds my my batting up off the floor. You know, Frito fur. That is it. That's a hammock. It hooks on either end of the frame. Okay. So I'm trying. Let me see. That's not working. Let's do this. There we go. That looks good. So this is the online version. This is canvasworkspace.brother.com. And I'm going to go to my projects because I scanned this in and I want to show you what I was working on here. A whole bunch of different bits of this. All right. So here's the one that came in backwards. When you scan something in, I'll show you quickly. You're going to get all kinds of noise on the page. This is, you get little dits, you get folds in the paper. Here is the edge of the paper down here. There are all kinds of little words and whatnot. Here's another piece of the fold, I think. So this is the reversed version. All right. So there's that. And I want to get out of that one. And then I cleaned it all up. Okay. And this one includes See how these are kind of out of alignment here? This was my last version before I brought them down into Embrilliance and put them all together. But I've got a clean scan of the mug and the peppermint stick, and that was from the tracing that I did. Okay. So when I just traced the plain picture, look at all of the little dits it picked up. Okay, let me get this a little bit bigger so you can see. So this is what I got. You can't create a cut file from that. There's too many big open spaces in there. And so as you play with this, you will figure out how things just don't work sometimes. And look at that handle. It's got a jinky jank right here. It's really weird. You're not going to be able to cut that, and it's going to require some editing. So when I deleted the mug and the peppermint stick and then brought in the mug and peppermint stick on its own scan, that's where I got, this is the pre-cut version right here. That's where I scanned in the pre-cut letters. Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, okay. And then I have the scanned one, and the scanned one is where I just scanned the page and cleaned it up. So this is the scanned one, and I put everything together in there. Okay. You might notice the marshmallows are missing. I can tell this is the scanned one because the two pieces of the A are very close together, but they're not welded shut. Okay. So you can see that these are two different pieces. You're going to want to weld these so that you highlight them both and right click and group. You don't have to weld them. You just want to group them so that they cut and everything, they move at the same time on the fabric. Okay. So I went through all of that, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So let me stop sharing this. Okay. So I do always tell you guys to test. If I missed a sticker from one of y'all, I apologize. I could not see the screen. Looks like I'm okay. Okay. So I always tell you guys to test. This is a piece of heavyweight cutaway stabilizer. And I downloaded that scan into Embrilliance embroidery software. So again, if you use Brother Canvas, you don't have to have a Brother embroidery machine to do this. It's your software that converts that file into any machine format that you want to use. It's not the Brother Scan and Cut that does that. Okay. So what I did was I just stitched it out. And this is what I got. I just stitched it out. Okay. Let me stop sharing this. Remove that. Okay. Stop sharing. There we go. Got that right. So this is how I test. And then from here, what I did was I took my little letter and I want to see, does it fit? And y'all, it fits. It actually fits exactly, because it is a design from that shape itself. Let me hold that up. So it fits exactly in there. See that? Fits exactly. So that will work. All right. I just wanted you guys to know that I went through that grief for you. So my recommendation, again, if you're going to use the letters and you have the pre-cut pieces, you want to take the mug and the peppermint stick and create your own design by tracing around it. That's going to give you your cleanest scan. Okay. If you just want to scan in the pattern, that'll work. But you need to scan this in. This is the one that had all the noise up all around it and everything. And you want to clean up that. I would go ahead and trace the mug and the peppermint stick. Well, this one works because it's all clean on here, but you do what works. All right. And this goes into an 8.5. Did I get a haircut? No, I need to wash my hair. It's all flat. So this pattern says, yeah, the practice stitch out looks pretty good. Let's see here. You glad you joined in? You're not even close to understanding your embroidery software and you've been wanting that scan and cut. Well, Anita, Christmas is coming, right? Yeah, that's awesome. If you don't have a dealer nearby, I have a link below to Sewing Machines Plus. You can also get one at Mulqueen's in Tempe. So they do great work. Alrighty, so I was looking at the paperwork. Yeah, I'm looking at the pattern. And it says the background, cutting an 8.5-inch square piece of white fabric, right? Outer border. And it talks about the outer border. That is the black and the white and the red for the outer border. Those are 2-inch pieces. And then the inner border has 2-inch square cornerstones and 1-inch wide. That's the inner border is 1-inch wide. Doesn't look to scale here for some reason, but it is. It gives you 1/2 inch once it's all said and done. Okay. So I have an 8.5-inch piece of fabric. I actually cut mine to 9. And I want to show you guys in Brilliance what that looks like. Oh gosh, I hope I saved it. I hope I saved it. Oh, I don't think I saved it on the machine. Let's see. Cocoa Bar pre-cut. I bet it's on a USB. Oh, I hope not. Oh, that is that's my turkey. That's not what I wanted at all. Dang. Oh no. Oh my gosh, you guys. There it is. Yay. Okay, I can show this to you. All right. So let me go back over here. And I'm going to share my screen with you again. I want to show you something in Brilliance. Okay. This is the BE file. BE is the working file in Brilliance. Thank you, Free Spirit. Thank you all for your birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Okay, so I want to show you guys. This looks great, right? Looks great. It's not centered in the hoop. Let's do that. I'll Control A to select all, and we will hit the center in the hoop button, and that does it for us. But I want to show you. Let me move this up. Take a look here. So this is not an embroidery design. I can tell because up here in the top in the objects panel, it says .fcm. That is the cut file that came from the scan and cut. But take a look. So here on the hot cocoa part, the little blanket stitches are going the correct way. It thinks that this is a piece on top of the mug, and it is. Okay. So down here, it thinks these, which are actually holes in the letter, are on their pieces on top of the letter, and they're not, they're holes. So what I need to do, I'm going to get in real close by rolling in my mouse wheel. I'm going to jump into Stitch Artist by clicking on the little Create Designs sundial. And I'm going to click on the letter itself. Let me go to the B. This little guy right here. Now, when I click on that object, I can tell where the tie in and tie out are right there. I'm going to grab that little, right in the middle of it. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to open it up. So now it's open and you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to come up to the Create menu. And the next window is Outline. And I'm going to click on Reverse Points and watch what happens. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And now I'm going to grab that little blue dot again, and I'm going to put it right back where I found it, just like that. Okay. I'm going to scroll in a little bit more. I did this the other day and the A gave me some fits. So let me do this other one down here. I'm going to grab it right in the middle and open it up. So there's a gap, and I'm going to Create, Outline, Reverse Points. You can do this function in Stitch Artist too. Okay. And put that back where it goes. Ta-da. All right. And then the A here in Applique, we open this up. See, it's giving me fits again. Something. I've got too many little points in one spot. I don't think that'll work. Let me see. Create, Outline, and Reverse Points. Yeah, that did work. Okay, good. Grab it and drag it back so the tie in and tie out are in the same place. And right here, again, open up the hole, create a gap, just like that. Create outline and reverse points. Okay. Now we're ready. See that? That looks good. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Okay. So this is, I've titled it pre-cut, so I know this is a scan for the pre-cut pieces. And I'm going to file, save as, stitch in, working. I did have it on the computer, thank goodness. So I have Cocoa Bar pre-cut final. You guys can't see this either. I'm sorry. I'm going to pre-cut final. I'm going to put 4 just so I know that it's the right one and save. I'm not going to go, I didn't want to go through this whole thing of explaining how I did all of this to align it and get everything straight because I want to get to stitching on this. Okay. So now I don't have my luminaire on. Let me turn that on. I don't know if it'll work from EMB Designs or not. Let me see. So what let me run it through its initialization. If you're going to use wireless in your sewing studio, you need to, and for the Brother machines, Brother and Baby Lock, you need to let it come on and tell it okay, and let it go through its initialization process. So it's going to set the little arm and all that. Okay. And where I have this saved is what I call an EMB Designs folder, which I created on my desktop. And I can use the Brother Design Database Transfer to send designs that way wirelessly. I'm going to give it a shot in Embrilliance and see if it works using the utility menu. And let me tell it okay. And we'll see if it'll send it over there. I've got different wireless machines in here and things get confused with each other. And it's thinking I've got the hourglass. All right. So let me go back to you guys full time. So I hope everybody's completely, are all of the blanket stitches the same size, Lynn? No, ma'am, they are not. I have gone into the little tiny pieces and made them a little bit smaller so I don't get a bunch of overlap. Also in the pattern where you bought in the kit, it comes with, is it in here? Yeah. So in the one where you scan, see the little marshmallow pieces right here, right there? Okay. You don't get those in the kit. In the kit, you get, I don't want to dump this because it'll go everywhere. You get a little poof ball lace and they want you to cut those off and glue them on. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your birthday wishes. Awesome. Thank you. So, yeah, I love that feature too. The utility menu in Embrilliance is great, unless you have more than one machine with wireless capabilities. And then all of a sudden it gets very confused. It says it was sent to the machine, so we are ready to go. So let me go over there and set up this. Let's see. I need to do this. Turn it back on. Does it have a chip in it? It does. I'm discombobulated today, you guys. There we go. All right. I was discombobulated yesterday too. All righty. It looks like that's working. So let me add that to the stage. Let me remove myself. And I'll see you guys over there. Okay. I have to bring all my pieces. Oh my goodness. I've got cords galore over here, you guys. Crazy stuff. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. All right, so I got my whole pile of stuff and all my pattern pieces and all that. And I'm not going to set my cup on my machine because y'all have kittens. Oh, hey, finished this up yesterday. Look at that. Didn't that come out cute? That turned out adorable. Scraps on the back. That's my hanging triangle. Okay. Thank you very much, you guys. Awesome. So he turned out super cute. I'm real happy with that. I have not cut. I'll finish up the hot cocoa bar later, but I'm going to the outside of it. But today I want to do all of that. So, okay. I wanted to show you how I scanned in those pieces. And it's as simple as just slipping the pieces. I use, you slip them into this Brothers scanning mat. I really recommend you get one of these. Whenever people buy a scan and cut, they always ask me, what accessories should I get? And I like to recommend the scanning mat and a rotary blade. Okay. Bernadette wants to know if my Embroidery has an anxiety attack with multiple Wi-Fi. It doesn't know where to go because it has a memory of where it went last time and it's looking for it. It'll take a while to send it, but it's looking for it and it's not getting a response. And so it goes, oh, well, what else is available here? And then it kind of searches and finds another one. And it says, do you want to accept this file? And this machine goes, sure, I'll take it. Right? That's literally what happens. So let me switch my camera here. Okay, you can see my scan and cut. And I wonder if I'm there we go. Let me back out a little bit. So on the scanning mat, it is as simple as taking these pieces, okay, do yourself a favor and put them in the middle, put them in the approximate location where they need to go. It's as simple as that. So I've got my mouse in the way. Now you can put these on a low tack mat, but I do recommend that you do, let me see, I'm gonna put this upside down here, but I do recommend that you really invest in a scanning mat. I mean, they're not that expensive, but you just slip your pieces inside underneath. I took the time to put them, like there's half the A. Okay. I took the time to put them approximately where they needed to go. Right now, I'm just kind of throwing them in there. All right. That's all I'm doing with this. And let me wake up the scan and cut. Hello. Hello. There you are. And tell it okay. And then all you're going to do is pop this in. Hit the load button there. And on your screen, you get pattern and scan. And you're going to hit scan and scan to cut data, just as if it was a, thank you, Jonna. That's very thoughtful, darling. Thank you. I appreciate your sticker. Just as if it was a paper pattern, you're going to do the exact same thing. Okay. And then when you get done with that, you're going to take your design page. All right. And put it in here. And for the design page to get the image right, you're going to scan to USB. You need to put a USB in there and scan to that. It creates a JPEG USB. So scan to cut data for the letters. Also, if you are going to scan this one, the only time, this gets confusing, the only time you scan to a JPEG is for your design layout page. That's it. Design layout page. That's the only time. Everything else is scan to cut data. So you want to turn these shapes into cut data eventually up and, and so you would scan this, scan to cut data. So if you only have the paper pattern, you're going to scan this in and scan to cut data. And then you're going to scan this in to USB so that you know where to lay your pieces out. This is all pretty much good to go. You just you got to move these around a little bit, but you're pretty much good to go. Also, the nice thing about using canvas is right here, it says trace 2 snowflakes and trace 2 stars. Okay. That's a right click duplicate and you're done. You don't have to trace anything when you scan those in. So that's a very handy thing to be able to have the computer do it for you. Okay. So I think we're good on the paper pattern, right? Let me get my little pieces out of here. I'm going to lose one of these before it's all said and done, I'm pretty sure. Let me eject this mat. Okay. All right. So that's what I wanted to show you guys with that. So let's get to stitching the design, right? Now, I might have to, I hope I don't have to disconnect that. So I made my batting just a little bit larger. All right. So now I have the white fabric on here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put a basting box around it, and I really wanted to do that. So I'll do that in the embroidery machine. I think that'll be better if I did that. So I've got the white fabric is on here. I have a white batting, so it's nice and bright behind it. And I hooped no show cutaway mesh that's in my hoop. Okay. This is the 10 by 16 hoop because this whole thing is 8.5 square. I could have used the 9 by 14, but I just overabundance of caution. And I've got black thread in the machine, and I'm going to use black on everything, I think. I don't know. I'll have to see. I can't remember what I did. Oh, another thing I did at Embrilliance. Oh, I didn't do that over there. I didn't do that over there. I'm going to go back over to my desk and show you guys how I'm going to manipulate this design. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, let me pull up my other computer. I want to show you guys. This makes your life so much easier. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Let me see here. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Hold on a minute. Okay. So I'm gonna, let's see. And this one? No. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, there we go. This is going to make your life so much better. Oh my gosh. I know those little pieces do need microchips, huh, Bernadette? Okay. I want to share Embrilliance with you because this is, okay. So right here on this screen, what we are still, is this the FCM file? Yeah, up here in the top in the objects panel, this is still the FCM file. So I'm going to open a new tab and I'm going to go into my EMB Designs folder that's on my desktop. And I'm going to pull in that pre-cut final 4 that I just made right here. This is, whoops, wrong one. Hold on, delete. Pre-cut final 4 PES. This is the embroidery design. So see how it doesn't say .fcm up here? This is an embroidery design. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to take the placement line for the mug, hold this down, the final for the mug, not that one, uncheck that. Those two, I'm going to right click and move last. Okay. And then I'm looking for the cocoa. There's the outline of the cocoa and the final stitch, outline of the peppermint stick and the final stitch. Y'all, I know these are hard to see right here. I wish Embrilliance would fix that. I'm going to take these and move last. All right. So now what we have when we go through here, you can see it in the stitch order. I'm going to click the stitch simulator. It's going to do the outline of the H and the final stitch of the H, outline of the O and the T, and so on. I don't want to do that at all. So I'm going to take the outlines. So here's the first outline for the H. This is the placement line. I'm going to click on every placement line. I'm going to hold down my control key and click all of them. I want all of these to stitch first, so I only have one trip to the ironing board and I don't have to hop around on my screen. Yeah, this is really important to get comfortable with doing this. Look how easy it is to just do this in Embroidery. It acts a lot like Microsoft Word. Okay, these are all of the placement lines. I'm holding down the control key and clicking each one of them. I can kind of tell what's the black one, so I'm not picking that. There is the placement. There it is. All right. So I have all of these selected except the H. Okay. Now let me scroll back up. I'm going to grab, I've let go of the control key. I'm going to grab the first one. I'm going to hover it over the H. Hover it over the one you want it to be after. So now look in the stitch simulator what happened. All of the placement, well, let me click off that. There. Click off. Click off. Oh, it's acting funny. I got it all confused. Okay. So it's going to stitch all of the placement lines at one time. Then I go to the ironing board. And if you're using a multi-needle, this is where you tell it to stop. Okay. That's what I did on the test that I did. I'm a little crooked with y'all. I'll put you straight. So then I go to the ironing board, iron all these pieces in at one time, put it back in the hoop and put the hoop back in the machine and let it do its thing. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to come down here and take a look. This is being picky. Okay, here we go. Then I want to have, let's see. All right. Then I want to have placement line for the mug, final stitch for the mug, placement for the cocoa. Yeah, final stitch for the cocoa, placement for the peppermint stick, and final stitch for the peppermint stick. Now, I don't want my embroidery machine to go ahead and include the final stitches for the mug and the cocoa and the peppermint stick along with the other ones, because embroidery machines are very efficient and it'll say, well, I'm doing all these other black stitches. Let me just go ahead and include these as well. So what I'm going to do on this is just change the color. I'm going to click on the color and type in green because the fabric is green. It doesn't matter what color green. And then this one is a brown. So we'll just make that brown. And this one, I'm going to make it red. And it doesn't matter what color red. That's fine. So now these final stitches will not be grouped in with the rest of the final stitches in the design. That's what I wanted. I'm going to Control S to, now let me file, and I'm going to save this stitch file as Cocoa Bar Pre-Cut Final 5. And that's the one that I want to put on the machine. And that's the one I want to stitch. So now I'm going to go to Utility and Wi-Fi to Brother Baby Lock. And I'm going to call it Final 5 so that I know that's the one it is. And file has been sent to the machine. Awesome. 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 Okay. So do you guys see how that streamlined your workflow process by putting all of the placement lines first? You're putting all of the placement lines first, one trip to the embroidery machine, and then you can iron everything down. I'm sorry, one trip to the iron everything down at one time, and then you can go through the rest of it. So good, Vicki. I'm glad you like that. You guys, when you get to your final embroidery design, before you get like I did earlier and go, oh boy, I'm ready to go, go into that embroidery design, pull it up in your embroidery software, and then analyze it and say, what's going to stitch where? Because you're going to make your life way easier, right? Okay, so let's go back over to the other camera. All right. Is Daddy home, Frito? Okay. And we're here. There. Got it. Okay. Excellent. Is this confusing? Final 5. Get some exercise. Yeah. Okay. So basting stitch for the outline. And I forgot to put it on there again. Yeah. Didn't even think about it. I'll do it on the machine. It's fine. So let's get into the machine here. I really want to set up. Yeah, embroidery Thursdays do exceed an hour, Dave, usually. So I'm going into embroidery and the pocket for memory. And I sent it over wirelessly. And I'm looking, they're in alphabetical order on the machine, final 5, and hit set. All right, now I'm going to do an add. And I think, let me return. I'm going to go into edit. I think I can do a basting stitch in the edit. No, it's not letting me do that. Did I mess that up, y'all? I can't pull up a basting stitch in memory. Oh, let me see here. It's not doing that now. If I go to embroidery, now go into layout, basting. There it is. You got to go into the embroidery design to put in the basting stitch. All right. I'm going to do the basting stitch in white, so I am going to change my threads right now. And that should have automatically, if I go into needle plus minus, should have automatically put it first, and it did. Good. Okay. Yeah. But now that I have got that all set up, ta-da, Vicky says, yep. Are y'all saying that in your sewing rooms now? Ta-da! Hey, I did it. Woo. I'm going to run the basting stitch twice because I want to make sure I've got my fabric centered. So I'm going to use the needle plus minus and go back. And I don't have my fabric on here permanent. I've got sew tights holding the batting down well away from the sewing field. Let me thread my needle. All right, so let's go in and do this. And so like I said, I'm running the basting stitch 2 times. Nice big stitches. Awesome. Okay. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click OK. I'm going into needle plus minus, and I'm just going to go back to 0. And now it's going to start all over again, and it will base the fabric down. But now I can see the basting line, so I know exactly where to put my fabric. Okay. Yeah, you do want a new machine. You went to the brother dealer the other day. I tell you what, that's like a candy store for me. Oh, my goodness. All right. I got some kind of green mark on here. That's weird. So I'm just going to make sure that my fabric is completely covering everything. And the batting wants to hold it down. Why do I have that green mark on my fabric? Is that a blemish in the fabric? Oh, my gosh. Do I have some glasses over here? I do. I got a green mark on my fabric. Maybe the letters will cover it. I sure do. One thread in here is green. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's weird. That's weird. Okay. I'll put the lighter side of it up. Nobody will notice, right? I could cut a whole nother piece of fabric, but I'm not going to do that. All right. Let me put this in. There is dog fur on my batting. Unsat. Not good. Y'all, did you see the other day that Joanne Banco embroidered her finger? Thank you, Carl. Carl or Carrie? Carrie, I always mess that up. Thank you, Carrie, for your sticker. It's a birthday sticker. Thank you. She embroidered her finger, and she was making a little patch, and she always, you know, the fabric started to move, and she stuck her left hand in there to kind of hold the fabric down. Bang, it got her. You guys don't do that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Brenda, we love our black lights to look for white on white, don't we? Love it. Love it. Okay. So I'm ready now. It's going to do the outline for all those letters. Let me cut this and rethread the machine. I am so glad that I took the time to do all of the playing around with that, you know, the scanning and getting it done. It took me quite a bit of time, but you guys, I still would rather do that at the computer than fiddle around with trying to stitch all these letters down by domestic machine. And it makes the whole process makes me a better embroiderer. So I think we're ready. Okay. I'm just going to sit back and let it do its thing. Go, baby, go. All right. I am wanting to, I'm going to turn this here so I can look at you guys. I want to make this go away. I wanted to do a separate camera on this so you guys could watch this stitch. I don't know if there's a way for me to put both of these pictures at the same time, because this with the switcher box. No, it's one or the other with the switcher box. Yeah, one or the other. All right. Oh, let me turn my iron back on. So I don't know. We're not doing anything for my birthday. Oh, my turkey cook-off is not this weekend. It's next weekend. So we're going to do a fried turkey cook-off. We took Grand Champion in 2022. Couldn't go down for last year. It's in Port O'Connor, Texas. Couldn't go down last year because of scheduling conflict. So we're going to go back this next weekend and see if we can't, you know, defend our title. That's a good idea, Betsy. Yeah. Buy a silicone spatula. You want to get something that is not, if the needle hits it, the needle might break, but you're not going to damage the machine. Thank you, Lynn. You're very thoughtful. Thank you, sweetie. Y'all, I like to use a purple fang. I had one in here. Maybe it's over in the other. Yeah, I think it's over in the other tray for the other machine. I had one. I've got all kinds of goodies. You can use a chopstick. Anything but flesh and bone, you guys. Okay? Anything but flesh and bone. And metal. Don't use metal. Okay. So while that's working, that's going to be a couple of minutes. That's a 5-minute thing right there. I could go through and do some more tidying while that's doing that. You guys want to do that? Okay. This is all of my, I went through this drawer last when we were tidying before. Do I have any, I can't see that. Do I have to make the practice turkey? I didn't have to, no. Yeah. Okay, in here, I have some fleece. This is leftover fleece from making the snowballs from Embroidery Garden. And it's just such a great, like this would have been good. This is good for a Santa hat, anything like that. So I hope you get some of the cake Keith bought at HEB too, Dave. Oh, you want to see it? I don't know. I think he just got a single piece because I don't eat a lot of flour. So he gets the one piece. Did I use SF101 on white cream fabric? I didn't. I didn't need it because I'm not doing any heavy stitching fills. Corey's Crafts. Let me see. Right here. No, I did not put SF101 on the back because I'm not doing any heavy dense fills. Okay. Well, there's our initial hour. If you have to go, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'm going to stick around here and finish this up. But thank you so much. Be sure to go sew something this evening if you have to go to work, all right? So the rest of you, I'm going to stick around here, okay? So this is a Kimberbell Soft and Cozy Chenille Pillow Kit. It came in a box. So I've got all the pieces for that. This might have been in a Bella box, I think. So I've got a lot of Kimberbell. Most of my Kimberbell embellishments are down here. So I guess it's time to kind of take an inventory. Here's a piece of Mylar. Okay, this is the same stuff you get at the Dollar Tree. Don't let anybody tell you different. I got a piece of batting that doesn't need to be in there. A piece of foam. You never know when you're going to need foam on a embroidery embellishment. Okay, lots of Kimberbell things I never made that came in kits. So we have one of the 3D houses kits. I've got some extra, all of their fabrics come from Maywood. I have two of these. This is the 1-story house. What's the other one? This is the 2-story house. So 1-story house. They all have this has fairy lights inside of it. Cool. I didn't know I had that. So we've got, this is a picture frame you can make. So what I do with my Bella boxes is I'll go through them, and if I'm not going to make that project, I keep the embellishments for that so that I can use them if I ever need them. Okay. And here's the quilted basket. So it's got some velvet embellishment in there, a piece of foam, and of course some ribbon for those little ties. I have no idea where the embroidery pattern is. I think I took those embroidery patterns for the Bella box and put them into a folder on my desktop computer. Where is the Mylar at the dollar store? Judith, it's in the gift wrap aisle. Usually it's in the gift wrap. You can get it at Michael's, whatever. Here's another piece. I used this Mylar behind some margarita glasses on a towel. Y'all, I washed that. It was one of those recipe towels that you can embroider out, and it was for National Margarita Day. And, ooh, Betsy, a chocolate covered donut. I love those. The glazed kind. Like the clear, that sugar glaze. I love those. Okay, anyway, don't squirrel. Start talking about chocolate donuts. Look out. So I washed that towel, and you guys, the Mylar never broke apart behind the stitching. I never had that trouble. That's me. Okay. There are certain designs you can buy from certain designers that they sell their own Mylar. I recommend support that designer, and that way you know it's going to work, right? I've got more liner, Mylar and vinyl. This is from a March kit. What I need to do is go through and put all my Mylar together and all my vinyl together. So I definitely need some organization in here. Okay. More leftover embellishment kits of Kimberbell things. Twine with a little bead, a button, some silver for shiny. You can put that in your stars, right? Awesome. Lots of different colors of felt. So there are a lot of projects that I'm going to want to make that it doesn't call for an embellishment, but an embellishment will be cute. So that's how you just have that on hand. Okay. So now, moment of truth. Let's see if this is going to work out. All right. So what did I do with all my little pieces that I brought over here? I had them. What did I do with them, y'all? Sitting here talking to you guys. Were they on the paper? Oh, they're over on the scan and cut table. I got it. Oh, no. Oh, I've got to take all of this paper off the back. So a little trick, you can take the piece and just make like you're going to tear it with the paper side toward you. Make like you're going to, well, here, get this right where I want to be. Make like you're going to tear it with the paper side toward you. It'll give you a little paper tab. Okay. And then you can easily peel it off and you don't have to sit there and try to dig around with your fingernail. That is the biggest waste of time. Thank you, Marina. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that so much. Let me see. Let me see. I want to see what you said before it goes away. Thank you for pushing you out of your comfort zone and learning something new each day. Good. Well, awesome. Get that scan and cut working. Yeah. So here's the little T. Look at how that fits just perfect. See that? All I did was I scanned in the applique pieces. So if you have let's say you bought a kit from somebody that has pre-cut applique pieces, all you have to do is scan those applique pieces into your scan and cut. I'm going to just tack that on there like that. And while it's hot, you can burn your fingers and massage it right into place. Okay. They make those little silicone finger doolollies. You can put that on there too. There. Okay. I got that word from Dana K. White. Look at that. Look how nice that is. I'm not going to have to stitch around this manually. So we're going to sit here and you guys can sew or whatever. And I'm going to fiddle around with getting all of these on. Here's my little C. They're not the same. Look at those. Oh, that was the O. That's why they're not the same. I like to use my tweezers and these little pieces. It will help you to get things right where they need to go so that everything. Oh my goodness, y'all. Don't swish, just press. All right. Your bobbin thread is pulling to the top. Debbie, pull that bobbin out and double check that you've got everything right in there. It's not your stabilizer, it's your bobbin. You've got something wrong with the way the thread is threading in the bobbin, I think. I had that happen in the other day. So I pulled the bobbin out, rethreaded it, just kind of ran the tail again through where it needed to go, put it back in, and everything was good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the way to go. Oh, my goodness. How about those snowflakes? I do not want to stitch around the snowflake. If I didn't know this process, so you just kind of make a tear, the fabric won't tear, but the paper does. If I didn't know this process, I would glue those snowflakes on. I wouldn't even attempt it. Yeah, if you have bobbin thread coming to the top a lot, there is a misalignment of the threading. Something's going on. You might have a bunch of lint in there somewhere. Check that. Always usually it's never the top that's causing the problem. What do I use at the dollar store what do I purchase at the dollar store to use for Mylar? I purchase Mylar. They sell it at the dollar store in the gift wrap aisle. See? So you just take this little piece and you make like you're going to tear it. And it gives you a tab. Look at that. Isn't that nice? That's worth the price of admission right there, you guys. That little tip makes your life so much better. You can get it at Hobby Lobby on a roll or Michael's. I think they sell it in their gift wrap, but check the dollar store and see if they have it first. This is the Cricut Mini Press Iron. It doesn't have any water or steam in it. I love it. It's perfect for in the hoop work. Okay. Did I decrease the stitch width on the snowflakes? Yes, Carolyn, I did. Yes, I did. All right. I'm being afraid of the smaller pieces right now. I'm just doing the bigger ones. Okay. This is doing great. Oh my goodness. I love this. Cricut irons are the best. These little Cricut irons, I just think. And I mean, I know people use the little clover ones and all that. I like this one. I like this one so much. I have two of them. That little T. Oh, the snowflake, y'all. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm afraid to tear this if I can. This is so tiny. Oh my goodness. And I've got such Fred Flintstone fingers here. Oh, I don't know if I can get this off. It's so tiny. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got it. I got it. Right there. I hope that they're all the same. I don't want to have to spin it around 6 times to figure out which fingers go where. I don't know. Okay. They look like they're the same. No, they are not. Okay. So, no. Oh, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. No, they are not the same. Matter of fact, not only are they not the same, well, they should be identical, right? Because, okay, I'm just going to measure the snowflake tips on a certain piece. There we go. That's going to be a hot mess, I think. That's right. Okay, that one is correct. I'm going to just align these exactly where I want, and I'm going to iron down the tips so that they stay put. That ironing is its own skill set, you guys. And then massage it back where it needs to go. Now, the beauty of this is that you're using black, okay? And so the black, you can use a Sharpie and get in there if you have any gaps and close those up. Like I see one right here. I see a gap, but that's okay. We'll work with it. That's better. Yeah. Boy, that was painful. That's what I was thinking. It was the other snowflake, but they were made. Oh, no, they weren't. Because I scanned both snowflakes. This is from the kit. Yeah, so this is the O. Yeah. So that's a challenge. You get to be patient and take your time. I know that's asking a lot for some, especially me. You guys, it does not matter what model of scan and cut you use. You can use the old CM models. You can use the SDX 85, or you can use the top of the line, the 330D. All scan and cut models can do this process. So, and again, you do not have to have a brother or baby lock embroidery machine in order to do this, because the scan and cut does not connect to your embroidery machine. Now, there is the ability in the My Connection feature on brother machines. Certain brother machines have the My Connection feature. You never see me using that. Okay. So you don't have to have that. I don't want you to get confused. So if you have a FOF and you want to do this, you can. Isn't this is like watching paint dry, you guys. Sorry. Here's the A. Look how skinny that little piece is. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to try to tear it up here on this thicker part. There we go. Again, worth all of the trouble not to have to stitch around each one of these individually. Oh. Oh my goodness, these are so tiny, y'all. So tiny. I hate it. I'm trying to get all my pieces over here. I'm going to drop something for sure. I know it. I see. We're getting there. My peppermint stick. Oh, there it is. Good. I found it. Okay. Oh, I don't want to lose anything. Now, if you lose any of your pieces, you got to go to Bible study. Bye, Michelle. Thanks for joining us. If you lose any of your pieces, you can always slap a piece of fabric back down on top of your placement line and then run the placement line again and then cut the fabric around the pieces. But this is another one of those reasons. Amy says, I'd never want to stitch around all that mess. That's right. This is another one of those reasons why you would want a brother scan and cut, so that you can cut out your pieces. And then once you've got the scan and cut, go ahead and take it an extra step further and import that FCM file into embroidery software and get proficient at creating embroidery designs for it. What is my plan to stitch around these tiny pieces? It's an embroidery design. My plan is to let the machine do it for me. And here we are with another teeny tiny little snowflake. Ugh, there's a gap, right? Is that a gap or is that just a bend? I don't want to stretch these. I got to find a piece. Let's see. There we go. I pinched it with the tweezers. Pull this off. Yeah, my girlfriend's quilt shop invested in one or two, I can't remember, laser cutters. So they are now going to be making laser cut pieces. Oh, y'all, look. Look at that. I think I got it right the first time. I need to go buy a lotto ticket. Woo! Look at that. I think I'm going to do that. It's my birthday. I'm going to go buy a lotto ticket, right? I think I got it right. I don't know. It looks kind of wonky. Maybe not. I'll fix it. Okay. Here's one star. Where's the other one? There's two stars. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are tiny. Got that one. There it is. I found it. It was back over on the other table. You're definitely going to want your tweezers when you're doing this. This is going to help quite a bit. Okay. I'm almost there, you guys. 2 more. 3 more pieces. This is, you guys, get yourself a scan and cut for Christmas. You'll be so happy. It just takes your embroidery and your quilting to a whole new level. So like that scan and cut, you can scan in those Lori Holt simple shapes, those clear shapes that she uses. That's how I made chicken salad. And then, so like if you wanted to make Hometown, you know how they have the embroidery CD for that. That is, that CD is like $80. Okay. Well, you don't have to spend an $80 CD, a USB, I'm sorry. So, you know, this, all of your tools here are going to pay for themselves. And then Embrilliance is so inexpensive as embroidery software, as software goes. Okay. My last piece here, a little filigree thing. Pull that off. Look at this. Love it. Love it, love it. I'm not entirely sure on this snowflake right here, but I'm just going to leave it because I'll be able to fix anything with a Sharpie. I think I might have needed to turn that one more, but it's down and, you know, it is what it is. All right. So I am ready now to stitch these final, I'm going to let it stitch the final stitches on all the black. And I'm just going to leave those pieces sitting right there. Okay. What you think? Pretty nice, huh? I love it. And ready, set, go. All right. Awesome. Don't you know that green thread is right in the middle of that H? Maybe I can go over it with a white something. I don't know. I should have gotten a different piece of fabric. So on this pattern, yeah, you can get pre-cuts like this, or you can just buy the pattern, which is a digital download. I've got links to it below the video. And you're going to be able to just scan in the little pieces. Even though they're a tiny bit bigger than the pre-cuts, it all still fits in that 8.5 square, okay? What have you done incorrectly when your placement stitch and blanket stitch are not the exact in your BE file? Check the, in the properties box, the first thing I would do is probably go up to your, is it the view? Go up to your preferences box, reset default. Try that. But in the properties box down below the objects panel, see if there is not a gap inflate on that final stitch. Yeah, I have a white pencil that'll work. Oh, look at it going around. All of that little filigree stuff there. Look at that, you guys. Go, baby, go. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Krista, I thought of that. I'm going to try that first. It's just a fluke in the dye process, or I don't know how that happens. All right, that little bitty star. Look at this. I love it when a plan comes together too, Amy. Deborah, the Brightly Sampler Sew-Along starts December 16th. So we've got a couple of weeks, about a month now before we start. Okay. That I've got friends, fellow stitchers, friends of the channel that are going to be doing it along with me in Australia. So I wanted them to be able to have time to get their fabric. And then I'm going to be on a cruise. We're gone the 6th through the 14th. It is doing a blanket stitch right now, Marilyn. And I did that blanket stitch in Embroidery embroidery software. So it did the placement line, and then you painstakingly watched me iron all those pieces down. And now it's doing the final blanket stitch. You would have just embroidered the words. It is a pain. Well, I want that pretty font, right? That's the thing. I have several Steady Betties, Kathy Lynn. The one that is on my ironing station, my little rolling ironing station, is 13 by 17. Thank you, Kay, for your sticker. Thank you so much, sweetie. Appreciate that. I need to find a green for, should I do these in black? What's the pattern look like? What's the final? Or should I do it in the same color? Am I teaching Applique on both Sew and Sail cruises next summer? Yes, Midge. Oh, I meant to email you back about that, Midge. I'm sorry. You might want to take the second one. The first one is going to be kind of like, I'll be demoing, but it won't be an actual class on the first one. The first one is going to be like a quilt show. They're calling it an extravaganza. So the room's going to be separated into several different areas. So if you want a Applique class, then go ahead and sign up for the second one. Thank you, Lisa. I'm loving this project too. But let me check here. I'm looking on this, and it doesn't look like the cocoa and the cup have black stitches. So I need to find matching thread colors while we're here. Where do I go to purchase the Brightly sampler? You're very interested. You're a new quilter. Well, Marina, there are links below the video. You need to get the book called Family Favorites, and the Brightly sampler pattern is included in that. And then there's also a link in there to the Laguna Sunrise fabric. Well, Tina, you can come on the cruise if you want to go to a class with me. Or next summer, I'm going to start doing classes, online education, I think. So I'm going to go run this along my my wall here and look for a matching green, and I don't see any. So I've got other places I have to look. The tan. I gotta find stuff for this. Hello, Frito. Laying there all in the way like you do. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. I dropped my hot cocoa. What did I do with that? No sugar. There it is. I found it. Oh, I found it. No, I don't have nothing for free. No. Ooh, y'all, I dropped my little piece. I was like, where did it go? And I'm going to use white for the peppermint stick. What you guys talking about here? When you do applique, you use your partial color bobbins and use them up. That's brilliant. Yeah. The classes are going to be different prices based on what I'm teaching. If it's like basic embroidery knowledge, it'll be different than if I'm teaching in-depth snapplique. So it's going to be different prices. Got a jump thread. Oh, it's stitched down that little snowflake. How about that? Love it. Love it. Almost done. The R and one more snowflake. Do I have any variegated red and white thread? No, I do not, Dave. But it'll be nice. You'll be able to get on-demand classes to teach whatever it is I'm working on. Can I explain the steps to creating the bounding box on the machine? Couldn't see the buttons I pressed. Yes. Frida, if you have, that only applies if you have a brother or a baby lock machine. I'll show you. That is just perfect. Oh my goodness. Look at it going around that little snowflake. Got to bounce. Bye, Dawn. Thanks for staying with us. What fun. Okay, I need to do the outline for the hot cocoa mug. Yeah. Oh, we got a darkness. What happened there? What happened? Oh, I ran out of battery on the camera. That's fine. I didn't plug it in, and I forgot I was going to be going longer than an hour. I know, Midge, I'm with you. Snapplique is the only way I would do this. There is no way on God's green earth that I would even consider. You know, when I look at patterns and kits, like I got this at the Houston show at the My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop booth, and I'm looking at it and I see those snowflakes and I'm going, If I did not know how to do applique, there is no way. And I wish I could get these to behave. There we go. So I can put the new one on. Okay. So it's going to stitch the outline for, you're still trying to figure this stuff out, Lori? It comes to you eventually. So here's the outline for the cup or the mug. Oh, it's going around it twice. That's weird. Software does strange things. You never know what it's going to do. Oh, y'all, I got a hot mess over here behind me. My goodness. I've been doing embroidery for 2 days. 3 days. Okay. We're back to one camera, y'all. Just one. There we go. And get these little loops. Did y'all watch Takeover Tuesday on Sewing Machines Plus's channel? Carly Bell was on there. She does such a good job. She's such a sweetheart. I watched her. She's real good with embroidery, y'all. She'll do a little project. She's great. Also, just got notified. I'm going to be doing Sewing Machines Plus's, where's my little tweezers? Cyber Monday on December 2nd. So I am on the schedule for, it's like 3:45 Central in the afternoon on their Cyber Monday. That looks good. Okay. This is turning out so nice. YouTube tossed you again. Sorry, Brenda. Darn it. Okay. I need to, maybe if I plug in that other camera. There it goes. Do that stitching on that the day after your birthday. Okay. Let me see if I can find the plug-in. Oh, for this camera. Is this it? What is this too? No, this is it here. You guys, this makes it all worthwhile. I'm telling you. Oh, wrong. That's not going to work. Okay. So now I need to change out the thread. This is for the hot cocoa. Okay. And look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm loving this. Loving it. Loving it. I had to go hunting around for these thread colors, and then I dropped the cocoa. So I'm like, oh no, I had to go hunting for that. Okay. And let me grab my little cocoa here. There we go. There's that piece. This is even faster if you have a multi-needle. And I know a lot of you said, yes, you wanted classes for a multi-needle. I just have to, you know, and I'm going to preface every one of them going, I'm not a brother educator. I'm not a brother ambassador. I only know what I know. And I've got a little tail that needs trimmed right there. Okay. thread everywhere. Okay, and here's that placement line for the hot cocoa. And I'm going to put this in here. I can't see. There we go. Right there. This was so cute, hanging in their little booth. I was like, I got to make it. It is so cute. I got dog fur on my batting. Oh, hate that. I'm going to have to take the Rolly to it. It got Frito'd. I try to keep this place clean, but you know, she's shedding. We're having we should be having a temperature change, y'all. We've been in the mid to high 80s here in South Texas the last week. Did it see? Yeah, it did see the stitch inside the handle. I'll show you guys up close in just a second. Okay, and the last piece is the peppermint stick. Now, if you're doing the scanned paper pattern instead of the pre-cut pieces, you will also have your little marshmallows that you would need to stitch down. Okay, so I'm going to be gluing on some little fluffies they sent me. I thought this would be so cute hanging above my desk for the holiday season. For winter, I can keep it up there probably through February, right? All right, outline for the peppermint stick. Your current temp is 42. Look for my upper left sew tight. Oh, it snagged itself up against the, yeah, it moved itself up against the magnetic hoop. It's all good. It's nowhere near the sewing field. As I drag it across this metal plate, it'll do that. Yeah, gotta keep an eye on it. Okay. Yeah. I need my tweezers again and my glasses because this is so small. So this is the hard part, I think. I don't know. Now I'm going to have to go and cut up all of those. Oh, I've got loopies I need to get rid of. Go in and make all of the border pieces. Make sure they fit. Okay, put this in here. Yeah, because this is a multicolor fabric and part of it's white, I could not get the Scan and Cut to recognize it. So I had to trace it onto some paper. There we go. And then use that outline piece. Okay. And the final stitch. Yay! Awesome. Okay, so here we go. This turned out amazing. Y'all, this would have taken me so long and it would have come out looking horrible. So let's get up close and take a look. Okay, let's get our noses in there and look and see. Oh my, yeah. So on the black, it looks pretty good. Anywhere I have horrible gaps, I will go back and Sharpie it. But I don't see anything that makes me concerned. So let's get up to a piece that we can see the stitching and the accuracy of the stitching. Look at that. I could not do better than that at all. So yeah, got tiny little bit of green in here, that may be a dark green Sharpie for that gap. But you guys, nobody's going to get their nose up that close, okay, at all. Nobody is going to do that. And the stars, look at how good the stars came out. Hold on. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Look at that. And we have Frito fur to go along with it. A little piece of Frito fur. That looks incredible. I love it. Yes, Janie. Awesome. Awesome. Love, love, love. Now I'm going to remove the basting stitch, and then I will use a ruler to cut this into the 8.5 inch square and center it and get that all right and trim that, because I used a 9 inch square piece of fabric. Okay. So I will get it squared and centered down to 8.5. Awesome. So you want to see the next and final steps to finish this. So sailing, I am going to spend today to get it. I just put the border pieces together. We can stitch the border on tomorrow. That will be fine, but I will go ahead and get those cut and put together just fine, you know, and get it ready to be bound and done. And that's awesome. I've had so much fun with this, you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Thank you for did I cover that stitch, the green stitch on the fabric? No, Sharon, it's right in the middle of the H. I'll play around with it and see if I can't make it go away. So I just love this. This has been a lot of fun. So thank you so much. Thank you for your super stickers. Thank you for all of the birthday wishes. I plan to really enjoy my day. I think I'm going to go have some birthday cake, real birthday cake for breakfast. All right, you guys, I love y'all. I will see you tomorrow. Go sew something. Bye. Oh, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's do this again.